Hey guys, behind me is a BMW E36 and we are changing the racket pinion on this. This is the same for all the BMW E36s, guys. Let's get into it right away. Okay, so first of all, this is very easy. This is one of the easiest cars to change a racket pinion on. So that's the first thing. Secondly, there's probably about 3 different ways of doing this. I'm gonna cover all the ways in this video. So in my case, the reason I'm changing mine is because it is leaking underneath. I will show you really quick. See, it's leaking. I cleaned everything up and it's just leaking from up there. So it needs to be rebuilt, but I have one from my parts car which never leaked and it worked perfectly good. So I took it out. Let me show it to you. Okay, so there it is. It's in very good shape. There's no leaks and it works perfectly good. So there's a couple different ways to buy these. You can buy them with the boots and the inner tie rods, which are these things here, right? Or you can buy them like this also, where there is no boot, no tie rod. See, I unscrewed it and I unscrewed this one as well, right? So you can buy them like this. This is actually easier to install when you have it like that than to buy it with the tie rods. So if you're buying one, try to get it like this. So we're gonna install it this way, but I will cover how to install it if these were on yours. See, mine, I had to cut them to get them off. They were pretty rusted on the car. So I cut them, I unscrewed them. I will cover all this in this video when we start pulling that one off. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is lift the car up. I have it up on some ramps. That is good enough. So now let's go underneath the car. I will show you exactly what you need and what you need to do. So you're going to need a pan because the power steering fluid is going to come out. You're going to need a 22 millimeter wrench like this, right? So right over here, guys. See, right over here, you're only going to disconnect 2 hoses. So hose number 1. Let me show you. Move this thing out of the way. So right here on the power steering pump, see, you're gonna disconnect this 22 millimeter. You're gonna disconnect this hose. Fluid's gonna come out, so you're gonna need a bucket. And then on the bottom of the reservoir for the power steering pump, see there's a hose right here that goes into the rack, right? So you're just gonna disconnect just that hose, see? Just that hose and this hose. So I'm gonna off camera do that. That one has a clamp. This one has a 22 millimeter. So I'm gonna unhook these and put a pan under the car. Okay guys, so I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. See, the fluid's coming out. So nice and clean because I flushed it and put an additive in hoping the leak would stop, but unfortunately it didn't work. So yeah, so you're gonna wait till it stops coming out. Might take a few minutes and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, so just while that's draining, let's quickly talk wheel alignment, guys. It doesn't matter how good, you count your threads on your tie rods. It doesn't matter how good you do it. When you change your rack, every rack's a tiny little bit different. You're gonna have to do a wheel alignment regardless. So don't worry, I got you guys covered. I'll show you how to do a wheel alignment on that car where it'll be so good your tires will never wear funny or anything. That will be a separate video, but I will show you how to do this best you can so you could get to an alignment place. But honestly, after you watch my alignment video, you would be crazy to go to an alignment place because you can easily do it yourself. Okay, so the first thing you got to do when you're taking this rack off, guys, is make sure your steering wheel is perfectly straight and your wheels are straight. So that's number 1. Okay, so now, if you're changing it the way we're changing it, like what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this zip tie off here and we're gonna remove the boot on both sides. We're just gonna slide the boot over, right? And we're gonna disconnect the inner tie rod, get it? So that way, nothing here changes. Like this is your alignment bolt for toe in and toe out. This is basically the most important thing for a wheel alignment is these 2 bolts here. The one there and one there. That's what you use to line this car. This car only has one alignment, and that's just a toe in, toe out alignment. If you don't know what that is, I will get to that later. So anyways, so in your case, if you bought a rack with the inner tie rods, right, you're gonna be separating this here. So you would unbolt that, knock this little thing out, and disconnect your tie rod, like completely spin this out, and do the same thing on the other side, right? That's what you would do. If this is seized on you guys, these are so common that these are seized to the point where you can't undo them. I have a video that just covers on how to unseize this and unscrew it. I will put a link in the description to that video. So if you want to know how to unseize this, I have a really, really good video on that. Okay, but in our case, we're not doing that. We're separating it here. It doesn't matter which way you do it. I'm showing you both ways, right? So yeah, you would separate this and you would count the threads, right? And then when you're putting the new rack on, right, you would have the same amount of threads exposed to have the wheels, you know, as close as they can be to what they originally were as far as alignment goes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove those two strap ties and slide the boots over. Okay, so see, the boot is off. See what I mean? So now what you're gonna do, see, this is your inner tie rod here. So right here, see this like gold washer? See how it's like bent right there? Can you see that? It's bent right over this nut. See, in a way, the reason it's like that is because they don't want this to accidentally unbolt on you, right? So that's like a protective locking mechanism, right? You see that? So anyways, so you're gonna grab a hammer and a screwdriver, and you're gonna put the screwdriver in here, and you're gonna tap it, and you're gonna bend this straight. Pretty straightforward. There, you can see it now. So I'm gonna do that right now off camera, and then I'll show you when it's straight. Okay guys, so I did it just the way I said I would. See? So, see, I bent it out. See that? So now, all you do here is if you have a wrench like this, which I don't have, because this is like a skinny thing, you just grab yourself a pipe wrench, guys, like this, pipe wrench. 15 bucks you can buy one of these. You put it on that nut and you just pull and unscrew it. Okay, ready? See, just like that. And this usually is never rusted because it's in a nice protected area. So now you just go ahead and with your fingers, you can completely unscrew that. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do both sides. The other side's the exact same thing. So I'll do both sides. And see, that way you're not changing any of your alignment stuff, but you're still gonna have to do alignment because the rack that we're putting on here is gonna be that much longer, shorter. There's always a difference in between parts. So you're gonna have to do an alignment anyways. Okay guys, one other thing before we move on. So you can also take this clamp off or zip tie, whatever it is in your case, and you can actually slide this whole boot over if you find that it's in your way. So I'm actually gonna do that because this is in the way. See guys, just like this. So now I got good access to unscrew this. Okay, I'm gonna do both sides. Okay, so now in order to get these out, see, I unscrewed it. You just grab your wheel with two hands and you just turn it outwards and that will come out, nothing to it. Okay, so now that that's out, as you can see, now you can take your boot off. If you're changing your boot, you can put a brand new boot on just like that. And also if you were just changing your boot, for example, I guess this would be a good way to do it without having to do any kind of alignment stuff. You wouldn't change anything on your alignment doing it this way. Pretty straightforward. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Okay, both inner tie rods are disconnected, as you can see. This is a good opportunity to check your tie rod for play. If it moves lightly, that's okay. You just don't want any play in it, like movement, right? Like a clonking. So both of mine are in really good condition, no problems there. So next, you're grabbing a measuring tape, guys. So remember, your steering wheel is perfectly straight. So you need to measure this. See, it's exactly 2 inches. If you separated it here, you would just measure to the end of this bolt, right? On this side, and on the other side. It's 2 inches on this side as well. It's the exact same measurement. So now you go to your other racket pinion and you need to line it up. So there's also 2 inches, get it? So you gotta turn this to make it perfect. So when you put it on, right, your steering wheel is gonna be straight. So there you go, 2 inches, 2 inches. Okay, so we're all set up, we're moving on. Okay guys, next you're gonna need two 13mm wrenches. So bear with me here, see, there we are. So underneath here, there's your rack, right? So back here. Here, let me flip the camera upside down, just like that. So right here, see, there's the rack. That's the back of the car. So right in behind here, so you need to disconnect this. So this is a 13mm, nothing to it, guys. You basically throw a wrench on it, one on one side, one on the other, right? And you unscrew this. See how it's spinning? So I'm gonna have to put a wrench on the other side. So the goal is to completely unscrew this and then get this bolt out. You can't separate this from the rack if the bolt's in there. The bolt has to come out. So you might have to turn your steering wheel even and tap it on the other side with a hammer. You know, careful not to damage it. But in our case, you just turn this and it should just come out. So, and if you do turn your steering wheel, make sure you put it back before you separate anything and have, you know, an inch here or 2 inches there and 2 inches on the other side. You don't want to spin your steering wheel because then your blinkers aren't gonna shut off properly if you accidentally spin this around. This has to stay locked basically in that position. So if you do turn it, make sure you turn it back. Okay guys, so the bolt is out as you can see. So now you need a flat screwdriver, but you might, like this one might be too skinny. Like you need it to have some thickness to it. Like you could even take a grinder and you could grind the tip off a little bit, but this might work in our case. So you need to put it into this slit here, see? And you tap it with a hammer and then this will, like, you need to jam it in there so this opens up. But if it goes in all the way and it's hitting that part, right, then you need a thicker screwdriver. But I think this one will be perfect in our case. Okay, so I'm gonna off camera just tap that in there and show you what that looks like. Okay guys, so that screwdriver was perfect for what we're doing. See, I jammed it in there. I didn't even go in all the way, and that opened this up a lot. So this should just slide right out now. I mean, you could do it more. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to crack anything. This is aluminum. Aluminum cracks easy, but yeah, this is really opened up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead now, guys, and get out of here and show you what's next. Okay, guys, so before we move on, I said I would explain what a toe in and a toe out alignment is, right? So if these are your two front wheels, right, my hands, and you're driving forwards this way, right? So if you're toed in, then your wheels are like this, get it? And then you're driving like this and they're dragging and the rubber's erasing. If you're toed out, then your wheels are like this. And then you're driving and they're also erasing. What you want, guys, is you would think you want the wheels perfectly straight, but you actually don't. You want them on a real wheel drive car. You want them toed in about 1/16 of an inch, just like this, 1/16 of an inch. So the space from these fingers to these fingers is gonna be 1/16 closer to each other than the back of your tires, get it? So that's what an alignment is. On a front wheel drive car, you do it the opposite way. You usually, 99% of the time, you toe it out 1/16, because what happens is when the front wheel drive engages and you're driving, it pulls the wheel straight, right? And on a back wheel drive car, when you have them towed in a little bit and the back wheels push the car and you're driving, it actually straightens them out by a 1/16, get it? When you're driving forwards, that way your tires don't wear. So anyways, I will have an alignment video on that. Click on that in the description, I guess, because I'm gonna have to do an alignment. But anyways, okay, we're moving on now. So what we're doing next, guys, is underneath here, we are going to grab a ratchet set, and right here, we're getting so close to pulling this rack out. See, there's a bolt here, and a bolt here. So we're gonna unscrew these two, and that's the only thing holding the rack in right now, guys. So I'm gonna do that. I believe that is a 16 mil. Let me double check really quick. Okay, actually they are 15 mils. So there it is, right? There's the other one, but it's a nut and bolt situation. So if you look up here, see, there is a nut. Can you see the nut? Yes, you can. So there it is. So you have to either get a ratchet in or whatever, but both sides is the same setup. Nothing to it. So we're gonna unscrew these right now. Okay guys, so I got the two bolts out, as you can see. So now, see that screwdriver, you can see that it goes right in there, right? So now, see, watch. Because the screwdriver is in there, this will just come right out. See? And that's it. See, it popped right out. So now all I gotta do is just grab this thing with both my hands and it's gonna come right out, guys. And there we go, guys. We got it out. We're the champions of the world. All right, so here we have them side by side now. So let's say yours didn't come with hoses or something. So you would take your hoses off and you would just transplant everything you need from one to the other, right? These things here, so all you do with these, you take this thing, right? See how it's like deformed from us unbending it on the other rack there to be able to unscrew the inner tie rod. So you just put it on a piece of steel. And there you go, it's bent back. Okay, so then when you're putting this back in, so obviously put it in, slide this thing in. You're gonna pull that screwdriver out, put the bolt back in, right? With the steering wheel straight, make sure this is 2 inches, this is 2 inches, right? And then when you're putting your tie rods, your inner tie rods back on, so this thing goes this way. See, there's like a little groove right there, so that lines up, see? Just like that, right? So you do that, you put this on, and then you screw this thing in, right? And then, okay, just one-handing it here, right? So then once you have this screwed in all the way, right, you tighten it nice, and you get a hammer, and you bend this to lock it so it doesn't unbolt on you. Pretty straightforward, guys. Okay, guys, so like reinstalling the new one, obviously, is just the reverse of what I did. So I'm not gonna show that anymore because it's pretty straightforward. So after doing this, especially if you have a brand new one on there, you should do a power steering flush. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna put a link up here to the power steering flush video and a link up here to the alignment video, because you're gonna have to do a front wheel alignment and you're gonna have to flush your power steering fluid and add, well, it's actually not even power steering fluid, it's Dextron 3 transmission fluid. So in that video, I'll show you how to flush it, and you also have to bleed the air out of it. So I'll show you in that video how to do that too. So click on that video, watch that, fill up your fluid, do everything right, and then check out the alignment video after that. Thanks for watching. Till next time, everybody.